Alrighty, y'all. Welcome, Kletus Roadside Service. Guess whose service it isn't? Old lady. Old lady ain't servicing the roads. Guess what she tried to do to me today? Not my old lady, an old lady. Severely old. I know she was just trying to do the right thing by making people not drive through the puddle in the road because it was, I guess one car had gone through it, and it was a fucking little lowered car, whatever, went through and burned up going through the puddle. This bitch is trying to tell semis and trucks and everybody else to turn around, turn around, turn around. Guess what I did? I did a U-turn because I wanted to respect the old lady. I did do a burnout when I left. It's wet. It's hard to there's no traction. It's a fucking hoss of a 4.3 liter fucking V6 Silverado. But anyways, man, we had some. I don't even think they were wild really, but there was some loud wind and lightning and shit, and the threat of tornadoes all night long. Not all night. It started at like 11 p.m. So I don't know. I can't sleep during those. I gotta be like at least awake. I don't necessarily have to be watching the news or whatever. I watch Ryan Hall, y'all. It's a YouTube channel. He's a weatherman. It's a good. He does the whole country. Um, so whenever there's like 18 storms going on, it's kind of hard because you're like, what about my area? Because he's focusing on that area. Nebraska, and it's like, what about mid Mo? How about mid Mo? Not mid Mo, mid Mocan, or something. I don't even know what to call it. Right there in the middle, eastern Kansas, western Missouri, Kansas City. What about Kansas City, man? So I don't know. I had him playing for a while and just watching him and everything, and then I was looking. So there's a small string of events, uneventful events of me getting on Facebook, seeing that there was an update out on another game. April Fools, it wasn't, but I reinstalled the game anyways as Off-Road Outlaws. I reinstalled it to look at it to see if there was anything new because I haven't turned that on in a while. Like that thing, it's been deleted and gone. It's been but luckily, it still logs in with my credentials, so I still have all my maps and everything. And I looked on there, and I still have 2 of the top 10 maps. Hell yeah! Without doing anything for like 2 years, I still have top 10, 2 of the top 10. It's pretty good. They're not top five, but in the top 10. You know what I mean? It's been a while, but so I re-downloaded that game, and then I saw another game. It's called One State RP, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" There's no way it looks that good. And I read the reviews, and people are like, "It's actually pretty good. The driving physics suck." I'm like, "Okay, well, driving physics are what I need, but let me just download it and try it out." And this is a intense game, guys. It's on your phone. It's called One State RP, and it took me hours just to get through the tutorial. That was insane. But I did it, and I don't know if I'll ever turn that game on again. But it is a cool game. I'm just not. I don't know. I like what I like, and I barely play those. So why would I spend time playing a game that I'm not even sure if I like it all that much or not? But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. And anyways, I laid on the couch with Ryan Hall playing on the TV and me playing One State RP on the couch with the dogs just running around, dog piling me and everything until, well, I looked at the clock, but there was a thing in front of the clock. So I was like, oh, it's 11:15. I was like, wait, it's already been 11:15. I go around, it's a 1:15 in the morning. I was like, oh, Jesus. We have digital clocks, by the way. Listen, I can read an analog clock, okay? I can do it. Just give me 3 minutes to figure it out, okay? Just give me, the time is not going to be the same whenever I look at the clock by the time I figure it out, okay? I'll figure it out. Shorthand is for long, the hour, and the long hand is short for the minute. Mainly, I look at it and I say, all right, the long one has to be that long because it needs to be pointing at a specific minute. And the shorthand, as long as it's in between, but whenever it's really close, you're like, is it 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock? I can't fucking tell. Yeah, you can. I'm just a dummy. But, yeah, so I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that I have all digital clocks in my house. I think that's the way of the future, anyways. It's going to be pretty niche to have fucking analog clocks anywhere. Because I'll tell you what, sometimes I show up at a place like, sign your name, put the date and the time, and I look around and there's an analog clock on the wall, and I'm like, okay, let's see here. And I'm like, I don't even know what date it is. What is the fucking time? And I usually, I'm like, oh, I left something in my truck, and I got to go out and get my phone. And then I'm like, what number is April? What number is April? And I got to go out and I got to go to, I'm like, and I got to type it in on Google. I'm like, what number is April? And it's 4. I'm like, oh, perfect. Makes sense because I've just been writing 3 all month. You know? I can't be the only one. I might be the only one in this podcast sphere of Kletus Ray's Roadside Service that has trouble with these things. I also have trouble with left and right. I always have to go left and then right. I'll never look and say, oh yeah, just go right here. I'll be wrong. I don't know why. Not sure. Not sure what's going on here. I gotta do left and then right. I gotta figure out where left is first, and then I can figure out where right is. Don't know why that is. I'm sorry. I'm not Native American at all. I do like Redbone, but I have troubles figuring out which way is north, south, east, west, left, right, 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And then military time, I'm like, that should be my jam. But I'm like, hold up, -2. All right, 5:30, not fucking 17:30. You fucking dipshits. I'm the dipshit, is what I'm saying. Oh man, I'm hauling ass on this fucking road here. What the fuck was that? That thing's making noise over here. So, anyways, yeah, one state RP. It is. They take it actually seriously, which was weird because there's like proximity chat. I ain't putting my voice on there. I ain't doing none of that. I just run around and that's about it. But I went. I don't know. It was like, do you want to be a gangster or do you want to be a doctor? And I was like, I'll be a doctor because gangster sounds like there's a lot of fucking death and destruction. More money maybe, but I don't know. Let me check out the actual jobs rather than fucking gang member shit. So, I decided to be a doctor, and then I was like, why do I have to be a doctor? Why can't I be like a truck driver or something? And you can. I don't know how to get out of the doctor's skin. I don't understand what's going on there. But I'm a doctor. I'm a paramedic. I'm a fucking ambulance driver, which is pretty cool. This is all in-game stuff right here. Uh, you can go over to the parking circle and you can spawn up a fucking ambulance, and it's full of fuel every time. It's fully repaired, and it's fast as fuck, boy. And it's got all the lights and sirens and shit. So I'm running around. I'm doing like a package delivery mission with an ambulance because all I have other than that is a scooter, and the scooter goes 43 miles an hour. That's it. The ambulance goes like 107. So, and it's way faster. Like my scooter, I went. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. It's also set up a lot like Grand Theft Auto. You got the beach in the south, and then as you work your way up, you got mountains, and then a military base all the way up in the middle of nowhere up top. It's pretty. I mean, for this being a phone game, pretty fucking cool. I went up into the mountains and I jumped into the military base. Somebody had parked a Hummer up against the wall because I couldn't find the way in, and I was also walking because I had a scooter. I crashed my ambulance in the mine, and I don't know how to get the ambulance out of the mine, so I just walked over to a parking circle and got my scooter. Took my scooter all the way up into the military base just to check it out. Jumped the wall into the military base, was running around. I see a bunch of military guys. If you see people, they're real people. They're like players of the game. They're not NPCs. And there's like 18 of them. And I just run past them, and I'm in a paramedic outfit, and I run past them, and I find like a parking zone, and I tried to spawn up a Hummer. Can't do it. I'm not a fucking military guy. I'm an ambulance guy. So then I run over to the other building, and I try to become a military guy, and it says you don't have enough rank. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you can't be a newbie and be military. And then I'm running around inside there, and some guy starts yelling at me. And I run out, and then 18 of them are all standing right outside the door where I come out, and they all tase me at the same time. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, why? They're like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, you fucking fuckheads. I didn't say that. I did had my mic turned off. There's a car crash right there. Man in a truck hit a fucking Equinox. So anyways, they tased me and they said, "Get out of here!" And I got out of there. I went back to the hospital, and I was like, "All right, let me be like a doctor or whatever. Let me go inside and like make some real fucking money here or something." Because I see other people inside in other doctor outfits and shit. Go in there and they're just eavesdropping on conversations. Some lady's talking about a party. And these are like actual people. They're like talking about like, oh yeah, I love going to parties. And then one guy's like, sir, you have a gunshot wound in your lower eyeball. I'm like, I didn't know there was a lower eyeball. They're in there talking about it. Go out of there, and I don't know. It's a long deal. And then also like it's almost annoying how much free money they give you. They give you a lot of free money. But it's kind of annoying because it's like, oh, you have new rewards. Go on here and click this XP rewards. Oh, motor car upgrades, engine upgrades, better engine upgrades. Oh, you have 12 cases you can open, and it just takes a long time to just claim all your rewards. It's like, can you just put me a page where just claim all? That'd be cool. Just a claim all button. And just group it up on one screen so I can see everything I got rather than going through because I'm like 18 minutes into claiming rewards, which is cool, but it's like I be playing the game rather than just sitting here opening up fucking loot crates and shit. Anyways, I don't know. I might play it a little bit more, but that's I don't know. Oh, I did run over. There was like a bunch of guys in the street shooting each other, and apparently you get like you have reputation, like real reputation. Like it tracks everything. It knows what jobs you've done. It knows how many people you've killed, how many times you've been killed, who you've been killed by. Like it knows everything. And but I don't think it took into account car accidents or let's say scooter accidents because I was riding my scooter down and then I ran through like I don't know where a bunch of people are around. Maybe this is like a kill free zone. I don't know. I aimed for one guy that had an AK-47. I fucking knocked him out, and I heard everybody else that was in there fighting, just laughing like, "Yo, he just got knocked out by the fucking." And then it cut out because it's proximity chat, and I'm only at 43 miles an hour. But They were all laughing that I scootered a guy. I fucking scootered that motherfucker, and it takes a minute to respawn, or like 30 seconds. I think it gets better as you go, but anyways, high rating from me for fucking phone game over here. If you guys want to waste your fucking life, you know, right before a tornado hits you, you're just sitting there playing one state. You know, it's like, damn, what if I did get fucking hit by a goddamn tornado and my one state's flying over there and people, my character's just standing in one spot for hours on end until my phone dies. Like, he's AFK. No, I got hit by a tornado, you stupid fucking ass. I was playing one state while a tornado hit my house. No tornado hit the house. I didn't even really look in the backyard. It was raining really hard this morning, so I didn't even let the dogs out. I said, you know what, this is for somebody else to do, not me. So I left. Drove to work, and yeah, it was raining. Everybody's going super slow. I'm like, it's just rain, guys. It's not that bad. So I found my way into the fast lane and fucking booked them all until I got up into traffic because I was a little bit behind. I had to take a morning shit, and I was like, maybe the rain will quit before I go out there. No, it didn't. And then I ended up being way later than I wanted to because that old bitch was in the road. Turn around, turn around, don't drown, turn around. I'm like, it's like maybe a foot of water, lady. It's one puddle, one little puddle at the stop sign. Let me the fuck through. So I did a U-turn and I did spin the tires through first and second gear. But it's wet pavement, so that didn't really take much for a 4.3, especially with an open diff. Hell yeah, brother. Um, so then I got to work and I was like, what, did that old lady have the road shut down? To some of the other guys at work. And one guy was like, yeah, she's a bitch. She's over there screaming and yelling, telling everybody to turn around. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then I saw another guy showed up even after me. I was like, that old lady's got that road closed still. He's like, yeah, I stopped, rolled my window down, acted like I was going to talk to her, and then I just floored it and went through the water. I was like, oh, I should have done that. Damn it. But it was like an old Karen, a really old Karen lady. She's like, my car broke in this water and nobody else is allowed to go through. It's like, all right, well, you drive a fucking Accord, okay? It's not exactly a monster truck. Neither is mine, but I, I'm okay. I have another embarrassing thing that I did to my truck that did come into play. So the intake on my truck, it's a 92 with the TBI. So it's got the big round air filter on the top, but it's still stock. So it's got like the little canister on the side, and it goes into the fender, and that's where it picks up air is through the fender. It's like a true cold air intake is what it should be called. I mean, it is actually quite nice. But as I learned with my 2006 GMC driving through floodwaters, it picks up the air a lot lower than what you would be comfortable with. It picks it up at like in the bumper. And now the 92 probably isn't that low, but it is kind of low compared to like just on top of the engine. The embarrassing part that I have here is that I did a lid flip. Okay, I've been against lid flipping my entire life. I watched a Kletus. I think it was a Kletus McFarland. I could be a little mistaken, but I watched some automotive YouTuber that I watch all the time, and they said, "Does a lid flip increase horsepower?" And it does. It does. So I did a lid flip on my truck. Had I not done a lid flip, I might have been more careful in the water. But I knew I did a lid flip, so I was like, all right, if it's sucking air from the top of the engine now, it's not going through this pipe tubing that might go down to my bumper. I'm not exactly sure where it goes, where it's sucking air from, but it's not from the top of the engine. It's sucking it from like in the fender somewhere behind the headlight. I don't know. But so this old bitch made me do a fucking U-turn, and I did a U-turn, did a burnout, drove around the block, had to wait on the fucking school bus. Timmy's late for school. The school bus is like, the water. And I'm like, go! We're in this is like a flood zone. It's not like a flood zone, but it's like when it rains a lot, these roads get deep over here. Not that deep, but kind of deep. And I took a corner and I forgot that the curb is missing in one spot, and I think water came right up to the top of my top headlight when I took that corner to go around the block. So I was like, oh, good thing I did the lid flip, because now that would have been a full fucking suck of water. Not good. Anyways, yeah, April Fool's on me from this week, because not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I was going to be out of town all week, and I don't know. I don't know if tornadoes hit down where I was. I know there was some storm activity down that way, and there could possibly be more storm activity down that way. So I guess maybe it is a good thing I'm not down there hauling dirt. Um, but yeah, I got juked out of my fucking job. Juked. I said juked or gypped. Gypped is okay. Gypped is for gypsies, and I don't think anybody cares about gypsies. What the fuck is a gypsy? Do you come out of a fucking bottle if you rub it 3 times, you grant me wishes or some shit? Oh wait, no, that's genie. I don't know what the fuck a gypsy is. Kind of like a person that travels with a carnival or something. That's a carny. What the fuck is a gypsy? They do magic, I think. Oh, they act like they usually have their face painted white, and they act like they're stuck in a box, but it's a fake box. Gypsies. No, fuck, that's a mime. I don't know what a gypsy is. A gypsy's, I think, a mixture of like more than one. Something like that. Good thing people don't give a shit about gypsies. So I could get canceled. Gypsy Rose is a lady. Her eyes are really close to her nose. I don't know, and something's wrong with her. Something's. Hey, my eyes are kind of close to my nose too. Some people have them further out. It's okay. We're all built different. I'm just saying. Hey, there's a lady. Her name's Gypsy Rose. You'll know who she is if you walk into a room of 18 people wearing the same outfit, because she's the one that's got her eyes a little closer to her nose. That's what I'm saying. Not, not saying it's funny or anything. She's just got real narrow eyes. I think so. Susan, maybe that's her name. I don't even know. Maybe I'll put a picture up on Facebook of who I think Gypsy Rose is. And is she a gypsy? That's the question. Not sure what she's up to. I don't even know. She went to jail, I think. Back to other shit. I don't even know where the fuck we're getting off here. Yesterday, I picked up frac tanks. Everything went well. Everything went really well. My boss did call me. He's like, why the fuck are you just now getting your second container? And I'm like, whoa, easy, buddy. And I sent him a picture of my fucking, like, I fill out a piece of paper as I'm going and I write down all my times and stuff. I was like, tell me where I'm fucking up, okay? And I sent him a picture. I was like, he's like, well, I just thought you'd be closer to being done by now. I'm like, what do you have for me to do after this? Nothing. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I'm not rushing this job, but I'm also not like taking my time. I'm kind of like doing my work here. I'm not doing anything crazy here. I'm dealing with frac tanks, and I was at the pig plant where I loved it. The last 4 times that I've been there is right outside of where they offload the hogs, so they're all alive and they're all getting tased and zapped and fucking shoved out of this fucking trailer, and then a couple of them die, usually in transit, and they have like a winch cable they just tie to their back legs inside the trailer and then just drive out, and well, I don't know if they do that, but they winch it out into a pit, and then there was only one dead pig in the pit. I seen that pit fucking full though. Where the fuck is this trying to take me? I am going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Well, I'm going the right way, but this is going to take, it's a 15-minute fucking detour is what I took just now. Oops a daisy. I was supposed to take I-70. I'm taking 50. Whoopsies. It'll be all right. We'll be all right. Just going to drive and do my thing. Yeah, so yesterday did the frac tanks. Nothing bad happened. Everything went well. Got home. Took my son to karate. He had his original sensei back. So the last 2 karates, it was the original, or it was a different sensei, super duper energetic. And then the next time it was no, we had him twice, and then we had the sensei's son was there doing the deal, and he was really energetic and cool about everything too. And then the original sensei, I just think the guy, he's been doing it a long time. He's like, I've been doing this a long time. I don't have the energy to entertain these children anymore. But he still goes through the motions, which is cool. But the other guys, they were like super interjected, like get loud, yell, punch, and we were getting better results out of the kids. And this guy, he's like quiet, quiet when I'm talking. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, he's an old black belt. He knows what he's doing. It's kind of annoying trying to teach people, I guess, sometimes. But he's a good guy. I like him. It's just not as energetic and exciting for the kids as the other guys, which is fine. My son, he's still front row. He's doing all the motions. He is doing it. He is doing a good job. I'm so proud of my son. I'm like, you are, because we're gonna have the tournament coming up, or not tournament, but like the rating where he'll be able to move up to yellow, and I'm so confident in my son. And he learned my phone number yesterday, like just in the drive from there to home, because the sensei, he's like, you got homework. Your homework is learn a parent's phone number, which is good. And my wife had worked with my son trying to remember her number. Her number's, it's a lot of different numbers. So it's kind of hard to remember hers. Mine is super fucking easy. I'm not gonna give it, but it's super easy. And he learned it, and then we went through a fake well, he likes action and death and stuff, in his video games and stuff, so that's the only way he can really relate to things. So I was like, all right, Hey, Mom just died, and you're home alone with Mom. What are you gonna do? And he grabs her phone, and he's got to learn the code to get into her phone, and then he's got to learn what button to hit to get to the phone, and what to do to call my number. And he did. He did. We went through everything, and he did good. But also, she's got my number saved, so he could just click on my picture. But sometimes he won't have that luxury, or if you never know what may happen, and you want to be prepared for the worst. Oh, I'm going fast. I was about to speed up and go around this guy. This thing's my my truck says I'm doing 70. My GPS says I'm doing 64. I think I had this problem with this truck once already. Okay, yeah, so I'm not freaking out. I am going slow, or the speed limit. Now I'm going 72, and I'm doing 66. This is not good. I do not like this truck. This truck is fucked up. The other truck, the frac tank truck, that one used to be 8 miles an hour off for the positive. So, because the GPS that's hooked up to the truck goes off the truck speedometer. So, everybody in the office that has like all the trucks lit up and everything, it says I'm doing 72. I'm actually doing 80. Doing 80. Now the cops, their radars, you know, more accurate, so you don't want to do that in bad spots, but you can trick because you're only allowed to go 8 over, and if it thinks you're going 8 under already, you got a lot of leeway there. Like, man, you're only doing 60. Like, dude, I'm doing almost 70. I don't know what you're talking about. Today I'm driving out to a place named after grapes. That's all I can think of it. Concordia. There's a place out here that's got a bunch of barrels. They want me to haul their barrels. They like, yeah, we got a lot of barrels. Come get them. So I'm going out to get the barrels. The barrels are full of, I believe, metal shavings and stuff. Now, if it was metal shavings, it's not bad, but the metal dust and stuff, that's way too fucking heavy. So this is going to be a good time. I'm driving a 48-foot dry van with a Kenworth T880 through Missouri. Having a good time. I'm glad to be out on the road. I was worried I was going to be stuck on a crew. Starting to rain, possibly hail. Damn, this person in front of me is going slow as fuck. Doing 60. In the truck I was about to pass earlier, he was going just along just fine, and now he's going 60 also. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe my GPS is messed up. Um, yeah, starting to rain again. It's cool. Got this new hoodie. My work got it for me. It's actual Carhartt, and instead of like print, it's actually embroidered, and it's got this. It's one of those like waterproof ones. You're not supposed to wash it. So, well, you're supposed to. You can wash it. You got to like turn it inside out, and you only use cold water or something. I'm gonna do my best to not wash this for a while. I'm gonna try to take it only out on clean jobs. It's a warm deal though. It's got an extra little pocket inside the front pocket, which is I have not lost my keys so many times in one day than I did yesterday. Because I throw my keys in my pocket, they just go into that little pocket. And then I'm like, I hear my keys. Where the fuck are they? And I forget that I'm wearing this special new hoodie. My keys are just trapped. Anyways, I've run out of things to talk about as of right now. I'll bring you back later. April Fools continues. So I made it out here and I parked next to the barrels. I see the barrels. They're all right there. And usually the parking lot is like full. Oh, a hiccup. Usually the parking lot's full, and I've done this job before, and I've backed down the alleyway all the way because there's cars parked everywhere, but I saw there's like no cars down there. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll just go ahead and pull down there forward, park next to the barrels, and then I'll look around and I'll find somebody, because I tried calling people and I could not get a hold of anybody. Um, yeah, so that was not good. Sorry, I'm trying to drive here. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. I even like Googled them and everything, trying to just call them, because for me to walk to the office is a long fucking way, and there's nothing I need in the office until the very end. So, like last time I drove to the office, had to drive over there, and then drive back to the office, and it was just, I don't know. I was like, let me just cut out one of those steps that's not needed. All I need is for them to know that I'm here, and we'll get these barrels loaded up. They're outside, they're ready to go, they're right here. It's fucking simple. No. So, and like I said, I called these guys, the numbers that I was given. I called them each 3 times, and not no answer, but I did leave one message. There's no reason to leave more messages, but uh, get over there and I'll walk all the way around the campus. It's a big fucking place. It's not that big, but it's a long fucking walk when you're on the opposite corner and you got to walk all the way to the other corner and start walking, and then the office door is locked, and I'm like, motherfucker. And there's still like nobody here. I'm like, are they even open today? So then I turn around and I start walking back to my truck to try to figure out something, and somebody comes out of a door. They're like, hey, what are you doing? We're closed. I was like, oh, I was scheduled to come out here and pick up barrels. Like, oh, well, we lost power this morning. I guess 8 o'clock, a storm came rolling through and blew out all the power. I don't know if it's to the whole town or just their area. I'm not sure. And like, yeah, we called it. We called him, and we called your guy and canceled. I was like, oh, and I'm like, interesting, because I called my guy, but after I called you, I called my guy and I said, hey, they're not answering, and he said they're not open yet. So I don't know, just a little bit of miscommunication between a couple of people. We will survive. But my job got canceled. Damn, and it didn't get. officially canceled until I got out here and found out it was canceled. So damn. And then I was like, well, really the only thing we're missing, because the barrels are right there, I can get them loaded up easy. We're missing paperwork, and I don't know why people wait. They're like, let's not waste the printer ink printing out these paperwork until the job is here. Maybe because had they have done that, we'd have been good. All I need is paperwork, and we just ain't got it. So called him, and I'm like, I have blank shipping papers I can fill out and take it. And he's like, no, it's got to be the official document. I said, all right. So here I am, turning around, headed back to Kansas City, but I'm going to take the correct highway this time. Yeah, and right as I got out, I took 13 up to 70, and right as I got on I-70 and started heading this way, my wife called me. She's like, where are you going? It's like, I'm going to the fucking place right over here, the great place. She's like, okay, well, I just was making sure because there's like tornadoes going on right now, just a little further east of where you're at. I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah, my baby, she loves me. Be jealous. She loves me. She called me. She's like, I don't want you getting taken by a tornado. Surprisingly, it hasn't been that windy today. I was expecting it to be really fucking windy, and me driving an empty box van down the not box van, but a fucking empty dry van trailer down the highway. This thing is just as light as it can be and as big as it can be. And the wind likes to push you around the highway and stuff. But really, the wind isn't that bad at all. I got the window cracked over here, and I don't even know if y'all can hear it. And I'm on the highway going fast, but now I'm driving against the wind. So if there is any wind. Anyways, yeah, no job for me today. Also, this is just wonderful. At least I got all the way out here before they canceled it. So now I got another hour's worth of a drive back to the shop. Just you know, it's a good way to kill half a day, I guess, is to drive out here and back. Even though it took me, it really I really fucked up on my way out here. Let's see, from here to my work is an hour, and it took me an hour and a half to get out here. Something like that. I don't know. They might be a little confused on I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some work. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on my paperwork here because I should not charge them for me taking a 30-minute detour. Also, I could just do it and say fuck it. A lot of times that's what I do. Thinking too much, stuff starts sparking and getting hot in my head. So I just do it the easy way. I'm like, whatever. I'll just write down exactly what I did do, and if they want to charge for it, they can charge for it. Because I'm not the billing department. But I know these guys are going to be pissed. They're going to be like, what the fuck? No, you can't charge us to drive out here and drive back empty. Especially when we canceled the job before it had even started. So, I don't know. But hey, that's all on the other people. I'm not the billing department. I am a fucking trucker. Hell yeah, honk honk. I would honk it, but there's cars around me, and I don't. There's no reason for me to blare my fucking bighorn right now. Uh, yeah, and like I was talking about yesterday, I don't know, the Don, the Donald keeps saying shit's popping off April 2nd. I don't know what that is yet. Still early in the day. We'll find out later. But not on this episode, because I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. I think I'm going to end it. I think we had a good time. I'm going to go back to the shop and do, I don't know what. Drive an hour, go to the shop, and just kind of fucking hang out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something will happen. There will be some need for a dirty old trucker like me around there. It may be shoveling something. I don't want to do that. But I already got my steps in for the day, so that's good. I'm sure there will be more. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later. Adios.